Hey everyone, today we're diving into important concepts in geometry and trigonometry, the law of cosines. It's like a Pythagorean theorem for any triangle and not just right angle triangles. First, let's start with the Pythagorean theorem that we all know. Pythagorean theorem only works for the right angle triangles. Let's recap it quickly. First, the longest side is called the hypotenuse. Let's call it C. The largest angle is 90 degrees. Other side lengths as A and B. With that, C squared is equal to A squared plus B squared. And that's the Pythagorean theorem. Super helpful and used for many things. For example, to find the distance between 2 points on a coordinate plane. Let me show you how. Imagine we have 2 points, x1, y1, and x2, y2. Well, what if we want to find the direct straight line between these 2 points? We can use the Pythagorean theorem for that. If we make it a right angle triangle like this, so in the diagram, if you look at it, the distance between these 2 points is nothing but the hypotenuse. What about the other sides? Well, those are rise and run. Rise is basically y2 minus y1, and run is basically x2 minus x1. If you put this in the Pythagorean theorem, we get distance squared is equal to x2 minus x1 in brackets square plus y2 minus y1 in brackets square. Taking square root on both sides, we get this. Distance is equal to square root of x2 minus x1 square plus y2 minus y1 square. And that's the formula for distance between 2 points. It is based on the Pythagorean theorem. Let's see it in use with the simple example. Let's say we have 2 points, 2, 3 and 8, 7. We plug them into this formula. Solving it, we get that the distance between these 2 points is approximately 7.21 units. Simple and effective. Now, let's learn about the interesting part of this video. Can the Pythagorean theorem work even when it's not the right angle triangle? Any triangle? Kind of, yes, but that formula is called Law of Cosine, and it is very similar to Pythagorean theorem. So, this is how it works. Let's say we have any triangle. The longest side is called C, and the largest angle that's opposite to the side, let's call it theta. The other 2 sides are A and B. And this angle theta is not 90 degrees. It can be, but it could also be any other angle and not just 90 degrees. As for law of cosine, C squared is equal to A squared plus B squared minus 2AB times cosine of theta. And that's the law of cosine. Let me explain. In case of 90 degrees, cosine of 90 is 0, so this entire thing becomes 0, and what we're left with is just C squared equal to A squared plus B squared. But for other triangles, the law of cosine helps us find missing sides or angles in any triangle, not just right angle triangles. Let's see it in action with an example. Suppose we have a triangle where 2 sides are 7 and 10 units long, and the angle between them is 60 degrees. We can find a third side by using the law of cosines. Solving it, we get that the missing side is approximately 8.89 units. Easy, right? And don't forget, cosine is basically just adjacent over hypotenuse in the trigonometry. And that's all for this video. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.